From laser rifles to smart guns with digital controls, the future of firepower is here, and it's not just for sci-fi fans anymore. What used to be daydreams or bad cosplay is now reality. With tech so advanced, it'd even make the alien queen nervous. So, lock and load as we count down the most futuristic guns you absolutely need to know about. And no, you don't need a spaceship to own one just yet. This is a precision masterpiece from Germany. Designed by Karl Walther Sportwaffen back in '69, the GSP has been a game changer in the world of precision shooting. If you've ever wondered what it feels like to hold perfection, well, this is it. Now, the GSP comes in 3 calibers, 22 LR, 32 S&W long, and 38 Special. It's got range, accuracy, and a trigger so customizable, you'd think it was built for a Bond villain. Competitive shooters love this thing. Why? Because it's reliable, fast, and lets you reload quicker than a teenager swiping away notifications during dinner. But here's where it gets funky. The magazine is in front of the trigger guard. I know that sounds weird, but trust me, once you try it, you'll wonder why every other gun doesn't do the same thing. Plus, swapping calibers, smooth as butters. No tools, no hassle, just click and go. It's like changing tires at a pit stop, but for your pistol. The GSP has seen some serious upgrades over the years too. Ergonomic grips, a fully adjustable 2-stage trigger in the 80s, and GSP Expert model in the 2000s with dampers to absorb recoil. This thing is built to last, and it's a dream to shoot. Now, I'm not saying this thing turns you into RoboCop, but it definitely has that vibe. Except, not the whole cyborg thing, or the unfortunate aiming preferences. Anyway, back to the Maxim 9. This pistol is a marvel. We're talking integrated suppression here, folks. That means no clunky add-ons making you feel like you're wielding a brick taped to a grip. The Maxim 9 isn't your run-of-the-mill suppressed handgun. It's a 9mm platform with a built-in suppressor that's actually part of the gun. This isn't just some marketing gimmick, it's innovation done right. The suppressor can even be adjusted for length, so you got options. Long or slightly less long. Either way, it's still quieter than a librarian shushing you during finals week. And mechanically, it's a beast. Fixed barrel, reciprocating rear slide, roller delay blowback. All fancy words for it runs like a dream. And the design is sleek. It's got tritium front sight and spots for your favorite gadgets. Need a laser or light? Key mod slots have got you covered. And while we're on looks, the grip texture might just be a love letter to Morse code. Fight the noise, anyone? Shooting it feels like handling the future. Sure, it's a little front heavy, but it's surprisingly comfy. And the trigger? Crisp enough to make your Glock jealous. Oh, and it's so quiet, you might hear yourself muttering, "Did I just shoot that?" When I first saw this thing, I thought, did someone raid the prop department of Halo? It's unconventional, bulky, and downright intimidating. But let me tell you, once I got my hands on it, everything changed faster than a cat with a cucumber. You ever seen those videos? Okay, moving on. First up, the TS12 isn't just a pretty face, it's got brains too. It features a rotating magazine, 3 tubes, each holding up to 5 rounds of 2.75-inch shells. That's 15 rounds plus 1 in the chamber, for those keeping score at home. Switch to 3-inch shells? Well, you're looking at 12 plus 1. Either way, this beast will keep you firing long enough to make even Rambo jealous. But let's talk about the design. It's a bullpup, meaning all the action's happening right by your shoulder. Compact? You betcha. It's under 28 inches long with an 18.5-inch barrel. Perfect for maneuvering around tight spaces like your hallway during an alien invasion. No siree, I am not getting probed. But what about shooting? This thing is smooth as butter on a hot biscuit. This semi-auto shotgun chews through everything from buckshot to slugs to birdshot. High velocity rounds? No problem. Heck, it even handled some underpowered loads without a hiccup. The trigger's got a bit of weight, around 9 pounds, but it feels lighter in action. And don't get me started on the recoil-reducing butt pad. Your shoulder will thank you. Maintenance? Easy as pie. Pop off the back plate, slide out the bolt, and you are good to clean. Even if you're as mechanically inclined as a potato, you will manage just fine. Trust me. This bad boy, while a weapon accessory, comes with a hinge in the middle, letting you bend it like Beckham at a cool 60-degree angle. Got a camera mounted up on the front that streams live footage to a rugged LCD screen so you're seeing what the gun sees. No more poking your head around just to catch a glimpse of danger. 'Cause let's face it, your head's got better things to do, like stay attached to your neck. But it's not just about playing peekaboo with the bad guys. The corner shot's equipped for night ops with infrared capabilities. And it's versatile enough to handle everything from clearing rooms to paintball battles if you're feeling spicy. And the trigger? It's a mechanical masterpiece. Pulling the gun's trigger even if the electronics bail on you. Redundancy, baby. It's like a backup plan for your backup plan. Now listen folks, this isn't just a gun, it's basically a sniper's dream with a PhD in engineering. Made right here in the USA, this bad boy comes equipped with technology that practically guarantees you'll hit your target, even if you're the kind of person who struggles to hit a light switch in the dark. Here's what makes the M900 stand out. Its precision-guided firearms system. Imagine a rifle that thinks for you, calculates for you, and it only asks you to pull the trigger. Like cruise control but on a gun. It's armed with a tag-and-shoot technology, the same kind that fighter jets use. Like you're piloting a mini war machine when you're holding this thing. Tag your target, let the rifle do the math, and boom, you've nailed it, whether it's standing still or sprinting at 20 miles per hour. The smart scope on this beauty displays everything you need. Distance, velocity, angle, the works. And if you're prone to shaky hands, don't sweat it. The computer-guided trigger release eliminates errors caused by jittery fingers or that extra cup of coffee. The rifle even lets you stream your shots in real time to your phone or tablet, perfect for showing off or studying your performance. Forget about zeroing your rifle ever again. The M900's barrel reference system handles that permanently. No matter the environment, this gun stays locked and loaded, ready to perform. Precision, silence, and power rolled into one. This bad boy is all about quiet, precise efficiency. Like the ninja of firearms. Deadly, but without all the unnecessary noise. Perfect for sneaky missions where subtlety is the name of the game. Let me break it down for you. The VSS is chambered for 9x39mm cartridges. A mouthful, I know, but what it means is it's got serious stopping power. The best part? It's so silent you could practically hear a pin drop after firing. This thing is like your favorite movie assassin. Sleek, efficient, and leaves no trace. It's even got a special subsonic cartridge that can punch through body armor like a hot knife through butter. And yeah, it'll take down unarmored vehicles too. I mean, who needs a tank when you got one of these? The VSS is built to be as practical as it is lethal. It's got a foldable wooden buttstock. Yes, wood, because, why not keep it classy? Plus, it's super compact and easy to disassemble too. Need to move fast? Well, no problem. This rifle breaks down into 3 simple parts, like a Lego but for grown-ups and way cooler. With 4 magazine tubes holding a total of 24 rounds, you're not just firing, you're orchestrating a symphony of destruction. Load, twist, fire, and repeat. It's so smooth it's like butter and toast. If your toast shot 12-gauge shells. Now let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say jam in the chamber. This beauty might look like the Usain Bolt of shotguns, but oh boy, it's got a rebellious streak. Every so often, it decides to jam up like a teenager refusing to do chores. But hey, what's a little hiccup between friends? Besides, it gives me an excuse to show off my problem-solving skills. And by that, I mean banging on it until it works. Okay, jokes aside, this shotgun's a little front-heavy, no doubt, but the sheer joy of firing off 6 rounds and watching the tubes rotate like some mechanical dance, it's worth every bicep workout. Sure, it's not perfect, it's a little like owning a classic car. Temperamental, but oh so satisfying when it's running right. Shiny, folding, and downright futuristic magic show that Zev and Magpul pulled off with the FDC and FDP. Know what I'm talking about? Well, imagine this, a steel-framed beast that takes the heart of Zev's OZ9, snips off the Picatinny rail and adds a manual safety, then somehow folds into a compact, sneaky little package. Like a transformer, but cooler because it's real. Now let's talk practicality. This thing's built for folks who value discretion. We're talking about law enforcement, executive protection, or even your average soccer mom who's tired of lugging around a purse with 0 tactical advantage. You've got a 7-inch barrel, ambidextrous charging handle, and no trigger blade safety. They swapped it for a manual one to keep things slick and snag-free. Is it perfect? Well, not quite. You might need to break your grip and toggle that safety. But hey, small price to pay for a folding gun that'll make your friends jealous at the range. Performance-wise, this little Viper can stretch its legs. Targets at 200 yards? No problem. Scope, red dotted, or even plain old iron sights, it's got you covered. And while we were running 147 grain FMJs, I'm itching to see how it handles lighter, faster rounds. Maybe it'll sing, maybe it'll scream. Either way, fun is guaranteed. One of the most absurdly cool, over-the-top firearms ever built. 2 1911 pistols smushed together into one hulking beast of a gun. It's got 2 barrels, 2 triggers, and the charm of a cannonball to the face. But is it practical? Absolutely not. But is it awesome? You bet your boots it is. This Frankenstein's monster of pistols was born in Italy originally as a vanity project. You know, like those car guys who say, I bet I can shove a jet engine into a Beetle, and somehow they made it work. Every time you pull one of the 2 triggers, this bad boy fires 2 bullets at once. Talk about overachieving. The barrels are an inch apart, so you're basically guaranteed to hit something, even if your aim's as bad as mine after a long night with the boys. Pro tip, don't go shooting after a long night with the boys. This thing's about as subtle as a freight train. It's wide, heavy, and about as comfortable to grip as a center block, but hey, it's not about comfort, it's about making a statement. And that statement is, yeah, I'm compensating and I am proud of it. Oh, and here's a fun fact. The magazine is basically 2 standard 1911 mags slapped together, holding a total of 8 rounds. Arsenal even recommends a 1,000 round break-in period. Translation, don't call us with complaints until you've spent more on ammo than the gun itself. This bad boy is built in the US and comes with a Super V recoil mitigation system that's basically the equivalent of shock absorbers for your bullets. No more feeling like your shoulder is about to pop off after a few rounds. This thing sends recoil forces down instead of back. Translation? Way less muzzle rise and more accuracy in close quarters. It's like a surgeon's scalpel in a world full of sledgehammers. But let's talk calibers. The Vector Gen 2 lets you switch between 45 ACP, 9mm, and even 10mm auto without needing a toolbox. Just a couple clicks and you're ready to roll. And yes, it takes Glock mags. In fact, it even accommodates those glorious 40 because, reloading is quite overrated when you're in the zone. The design is sleek and modular. You got Picatinny rails for days, flip-up sights that are as simple as they are effective, and a 6.5-inch barrel perfect for suppression. The side charge and handle doesn't reciprocate, meaning it won't slam your hand if you forget where it is mid-firefight. Oh, and the ambidextrous safety? A 45-degree throw that's as smooth as butter. Now I know what you're all asking. Is it heavy? Sure is. Alright, now I'll admit, when I first heard about this thing, I thought a 9mm lever-action rifle? Sounds like someone hit randomize on a gun design generator. But then I saw it. Oh boy, it's like someone handed John Wayne a time machine and told him to get tactical. Here's the deal. The Tombstone feeds from a 20-round Scorpion mag. Yes, you heard that right. Lever action, magazine fed, and chambered in 9mm. It's got a Magpul stock, an extended hammer for that cowboy flare, and a short throw lever that's as smooth as a Sunday sermon. And let's not forget the optics-ready Picatinny rail and a full M-LOK handguard. This rifle's basically saying, why settle for old school when you can have both? Now, at just over 5 pounds with a 16.5-inch barrel, it's light, handy, and ready for action. Ranch gun? Home defense? Bragging rights at the range? Check, check, and double check. The recoil is pretty mild too, and the ammo is plentiful. It'll handle varmints or intruders without breaking a sweat. But, and here's the rub, it's got a $2,000 price tag. Alright, I'm not saying this thing is the Tesla of handgun mods, but yeah, it kinda is. This baby gives you an electronic round counter right on the slide. Imagine knowing exactly how many rounds you got left at a glance. No more pew pew, click, oh crap moments. And you get this, it's also got an auto-lock safety system. You're not just getting high-tech, you're getting peace of mind. It's like your Glock got a degree in computer science and decided to help out. Here's how it works. The slide connects to a smart magazine loaded with dummy rounds for demonstration. When you insert the mag, the screen on the back lights up, telling you exactly how many rounds you got. Rack the first round, counter drops, showing there's one in the chamber. Each time you fire, it updates in real time. If you're down to 3 rounds or fewer, it'll flash to give you a heads up. This is the Gen 12 PDS by Genesis Arms. Now don't let the fancy name fool you, this thing is built for business. Imagine a suppressed shotgun with a 5-inch barrel that's as compact as your gym bag. Yes, you heard that right. It's only 26 inches long overall, and it's designed for tactical operations, night vision setups, and more. Let's talk firepower. This baby's got options, 5, 10, or 15 round mags, so you're covered whether you're defending your home or breaching doors like a movie hero. And don't even get me started on the accuracy. Slugs hitting targets 100 yards out? Yes. Tight buckshot patterns? Absolutely. Like having a sniper rifle that also moonlights as a wrecking ball. Oh, and it'll eat just about any ammo, from Walmart specials to the high-end stuff. No picky eaters here. But now let's appreciate the brains behind this beauty. The Gen 12 doesn't use a gas system. Instead, it's got a short recoil barrel that'll cycle rounds smoother than butter on a hot pancake. The barrel even moves back inside, making it ridiculously reliable. And add a suppressor and you've got a shotgun that's as quiet as it is deadly. Perfect for those stealthy but make it loud kind of nights. And if you're wondering how it feels to shoot, well, imagine holding raw power in your hands. Just don't forget the dentist number if you're firing 75 slugs in one go. Seriously, your jaw will thank you later. Now, we all know the 308 round, like the classic muscle car bullets. It hits hard, it looks cool, but maybe a little outdated in today's arms race. But enter the Tavor 7, a compact bullpup beauty that takes the 308 and says, hold my beer. At just 28 inches overall with a 16.5-inch barrel, this thing packs a punch that'll make even AR-10 fans raise an eyebrow. Again, it's a bullpup design, and the translation of that means that all the weight's at the back, so your arms don't feel like you've been lifting cinder blocks all day long after shooting. And for those of you who think bullpups are just weird Euro tech, let me remind you, weight distribution matters. You get better control, less fatigue, and a rifle that's a dream to handle in tight spaces. Like driving a sports car through rush hour traffic. Compact, efficient, and way cooler than your buddy's gas-guzzling truck. Now, the optics are perfect. Pair it with something like the Mepro True Vision Red Dot and add a 5x magnifier and you've got a setup that'll make your range buddies jealous. Yeah, it'll cost you about $3,000, but hey, good taste ain't cheap. If you're still clutching your Scar 17S, well, let's just say you're spending more for less. Crafted with precision by Future Design Firearms, the L5's smart targeting system's like having a tiny, genius robot inside your rifle, ensuring pinpoint accuracy no matter the chaos around you. Day, night, hailstorm, it doesn't matter. It's got adaptive optics that'll have you hitting bullseyes in your sleep. This masterpiece was cooked up in a Colorado garage by Martin Greer. The guy sank $500,000 of his own cash into this thing. That's right, he basically sold his soul to build a gun so advanced that the Army would come knocking for a prototype back in 2018. His initial model weighed just 6.5 pounds, less than half of the Army's current M4 carbine. That's right, lightweight and electronic. Practically the Tesla of firearms. Now let's talk mechanics. This is not your grandpa's rifle. Instead of traditional ammo, the L5 uses charge block caseless ammunition, which sounds fancy, well, because it is. Imagine composite blocks stacked horizontally firing through multiple bores with flawless heat distribution. I can see some of you need a translation here. This thing doesn't overheat like your gaming PC on a summer day. And get this, each trigger pull cycles through bullets like a playlist. If you're feeling bold, you can fire all 4 rounds at once. Boom, instant fireworks. Alright, Russia has been showing off this smart shotgun. People have got a lot to say about it. Some folks think it's a game changer for training rookies and entertaining civilians. Others, well, they're eyeing it like that one overly fancy gadget you buy only to realize your old reliable works just fine. Spoiler alert, it's a bit of both. This thing's basically a tricked out version of the classic MP1-155 hunting shotgun. Same barrel, same action, same trigger. Shoots 12 gauge rounds, holds 6 in the tube, and can nail a target at 100 meters. But here's where it gets spicy. It's got a computer in the stock. Yeah, you heard that right. It runs on Android, and it comes with a camera to record your shots. You can even watch the footage back in a built-in display. High-definition hunting selfies, anyone? It's got a compass, GPS, in case you lose it in the woods, and an ammo counter. Pretty fancy, huh? Except the LCD screen's about as useful as sunglasses at night when the sun's out. Doesn't make sense, does it? And at $2,000 a pop, compare that to the base model's $500 price tag, it's like buying a luxury car to drive to the corner store. The Desert Tactical Arms SRS Covert has caliber-swapping superpowers, like a superhero who can change outfits on the fly. Picture this, you're out on the range starting with a .308 barrel and then you decide, you know what, nah, I feel like 300 Win Mag kind of day. And boom, you swap barrels in minutes. Feeling extra spicy? Well, slap on the .338 Lapua barrel. That's like going from a precise scalpel to a sledgehammer of long-range destruction. And the process is easy peasy. A T-handle wrench, some careful alignment, and you're good to go. It's like a little building blocks for gun enthusiasts. But let's talk accuracy. This rifle boasts a half MOA guarantee at 100 yards with their custom ammo. That means it's so precise, it'll make your ex's cutting remarks seem vague. We ran it with 175 grain Sierra Match King rounds, and the results? Quarter MOA groups at 100 yards. Yes, it is that good. But heads up, this level of awesomeness does not come cheap. By the time you've got the chassis, the barrels, and the bolts, you're looking at over $4,000. Is it worth it? Well, that's for you to decide. Oh, and the recoil. Well, it's manageable, even with the big calibers. The muzzle blast, though, let's just say it'll clear your sinuses. But now over to you. Which feature do you love most? Now, SOCOM, that's the big dogs of the U.S. Special Operations. They needed a sniper rifle that could hit targets at insane distances with precision so tight you'd think you need a surgeon to design it. The MRAD is their crown jewel. Imagine changing calibers like you're swapping lenses on a camera. 1 minute you're in .308 mode, and the next you're slinging .338 Lapua all without losing zero. I'm talking the barrel swaps out that easily. This thing is built to take abuse too. Did you drop it off a truck? Well, dust it off and it'll still outshoot you. And if you're a numbers nerd, here you go. Under 13 pounds, 99.9% reliability, and better than half MOA accuracy up to 1,500 meters. Oh, and let's not forget its adjustable trigger and cheek riser. Pretty fancy, huh? And then there's the suppressor game, Surefire's SOCOM 338 Ti. A silencer so durable it could probably survive the apocalypse. Quiet? Sure, but the real magic is in the lack of point of impact shift. That means that when you slap it on, your shots stay on target. And yes, the price tag is pretty steep, $6,000 without optics. This thing looks like a gun, but it's meant for a different adversary. It's a drone's worst nightmare. Picture this, a sleek portable device that's essentially an anti-drone ray gun. Yes, you heard me right, no bullets, no explosions, just pure electromagnetic wizardry. You point, you press, and boom! The drone's grounded faster than your buddy's questionable cooking ideas. This beauty hails from Lithuania, a small country with big brains. Called the Skywiper in some circles, and boy does it live up to that name. See a drone up to several kilometers away? Well, no problem. This thing's got a range longer than your aunt's holiday dinner stories. Almost like they took a laser pointer, gave it a glow up, and weaponized it. But you know what's even cooler? You don't need to be James Bond to use it. The EDM-4S is so intuitive, it's practically plug and play. Just aim, hold the trigger, and let it do the rest. No fancy optics, no NASA-level math. It's ergonomic, lightweight, well, 6 kilos, that's gym bag territory, and ready for action in under a minute. Honestly, it's easier to use than half the tech in your house right now. And for the bad guys out there, better start saving for a new drone fleet. This weapon has been field tested and used during the Ukraine war. I guess next place is New Jersey, huh? Barrett Firearms, the folks who made the 50 cal sniper rifles we all know and love, decided to team up with Mars Incorporated. Not the candy bar people, just listen. Mars Inc. brought us the Orion rifle. Together, they cooked up this beast of a weapon for the U.S. Army's Precision Grenadier system. Yep, it's got a name that sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie or maybe a board game. Wait, doesn't this thing give you Warhammer Bolter vibes? Listen, I may be old, but I love some 40K. So, what's the deal with the SSRS? It's got a sleek 34-inch frame, weighs about 14 pounds, and comes with a 5-round magazine of 30mm ammo. But let's not stop there. This thing can handle high explosive rounds, training rounds, and even a close quarters round. Because, you know, sometimes you want stuff to explode far away, and other times you need to bring the boom up close and personal. It's paired with a Vortex Optics XM157 fire control unit and a 1.8x30 optic mounted on a Picatinny rail that practically begs to be shown off. This thing's not just about firepower, it's about precision too. Jungle, urban, Arctic, desert. The SSRS does not care. It's designed to make sure our troops have the edge no matter where they're fighting. Which makes me wonder, if you could wield one futuristic firearm, which one would it be? Did I miss one of your favorites? Well, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit that little bell thingy for more content just like this. Or better yet, click on the video to your right. Thanks for watching.